So, one of the biggest things about RWBY that has been left unanswered is the question of Jaunes' semblance, and we've all come up with some pretty good theories about what it is. But I'm here to tell you guys that we've all been looking in the wrong place. Hey everybody out there in YouTube land, Jake of the OneManBand is back again, and welcome to another RWBY theory video. And this time we're gonna tackle a theory that, well, we've tackled many a times. What is Jaunes' semblance? Now, with Jaune being pretty much the second biggest character behind RWBY, you know, we would like to know what his semblance is. We want to know what it is. We must know. Hey, leave a like if you want it to be revealed in Volume 4. But aside from that, with him being such a large and pivotal character in the story, especially now that he's going to have something to drive him to take out the bad guys, we want to know what his semblance is, just so we can know what it is and how he can use it in battle. And with the amount of information that we have on Jaune, I think we've done decent in trying to figure out what it is. The two biggest contenders on what his semblance should be right now are some sort of super shield that he can not only protect himself with, but he can protect others with, and some kind of healing ability. And while both of these ideas are really good, even myself said that they were very good and a good possibility. But upon looking back and reviewing some stuff, I don't think that these are really the case. I believe Jaunes' semblance is going to be something more pivotal to the plot and something more heroic and majestic than a shield or healing hands. But before I get to my theory, let me try to debunk the other two. So, the two big ones, him having a protective shield and healing ability, stems from Volume 1 mostly. That's when we got most of the screen time of Jaune just by himself. He wasn't like messing with Pyrrha or talking to RWBY. So let's talk about the first one, his healing ability. This theory comes from the scene where when Pyrrha activates his aura, it heals a small scratch that's on his face. But you see, with that sentence right there, we can debunk this theory. Yes, it is true that she says that he has a lot of aura, but you see, aura doesn't translate to semblance, and the thing about an aura is that not only does it protect the person that it's attached to, but it also heals minor wounds. Sure, it can't do anything extravagant like grow back an arm or anything like that. Sorry, Yang. But with the amount of things that a huntsman does, as in taking blows, pushing their body to the limits, and even dropping from great heights or even jumping really high, that puts strain on a human body. And even though an aura is meant to be a bit of a force field, I think it's also meant to be a type of minor healing unit. As long as a person's aura is up, they're able to heal minor wounds and keep their body going so that they can continue fighting. But of course, once an aura has run out, people can no longer use it to heal minor wounds. And you see, once Jaune's aura was finally unlocked, it just automatically healed the small wound that he had. Now, let's move on to his super shield. This one stems from the scene where Cardin goes to punch Jaune, but then his punch is reflected by Jaune's aura. And you see, once again, there's the thing, his aura. You see, it was in that moment that Jaune finally learned how to harness and control his aura. Before then, it was just kind of there, spotty, didn't really listen to him. But in that moment, he was able to activate it himself. He didn't need Pyrrha's help, and he was able to stave off Cardin's blow. And yes, we do know that Jaune has a lot of aura. And, you know, that would go toward him having a really powerful force field. So it would be that powerful to hurt Cardin that way. So pretty much these two theories pretty much can just be attributed to his aura. And yes, I do know that a semblance is a sort of extension of someone's aura due to the fact that an aura is an extension of a person's soul, and a semblance is tied to a person's soul because it's tied to like their personality, their abilities, and what they're trying to do. I understand that, but I just don't think that with the evidence that it's shown us, there's nothing that can really attribute these two abilities to being any more than just his aura. So then I started thinking, what can his semblance actually be, if not a shield or healing ability? And I started to watch Jaune, started to see like what he was trying to do, what was he trying to accomplish, and how did he do it? And that's when I came across something kind of strange, his personality. It is indeed weird, quirky, but it's also strong, sturdy. He wants to be a hero. He wants to be like his father and his grandfathers. You know, way back when. They were heroes during the wars. And he wants to be that. He wants to strive to be this amazing person. He wants to be a leader. And while he is indeed a leader of a student team, you see, I think Jaune is meant for something bigger, better than that. It's at this point that I kind of want to turn our attention to Jaunes Inspiration, Jaune of Arc. What did Jaune of Arc do? She was able to rally an entire country behind her cause. She basically said, "Follow me," and the people followed. And that's when it clicked in my mind. What if Jaune's semblance isn't in his hands, isn't in his aura, isn't some type of shield, but it's in his voice? What if Jaune's semblance is some sort of a rallying call? With the power of his voice, he's able to inspire hope in people, give people aura semblance buffs, or maybe, just maybe, it's like the Thuum from Skyrim. Just think about it. Jaune can be running around the battlefield, Fusro dying grim off cliffs. Now you see, here's the thing. This type of semblance would work very well with where the story is going. Let's remember, humanity is divided right now. They don't know who to trust. They don't know who to follow. Do you think they're going to rally behind Ozpin or Ironwood after what happened in Vale? Probably not. They would want to rally behind someone that they can actually trust, get behind. That person, I think, is Jaune. Now I know what you guys are thinking. Well, what about RWBY? She's the main character. Why wouldn't she be the leader? Because of this. While RWBY is indeed the main character, I don't think she is meant to be the leader of an army or a nation or a coalition of lands. She is a warrior. It's even stated that the silver-eyed ones were meant to live out their life as a warrior, technically not as a leader. That's why I think Jaune is the perfect candidate. He comes from a line of heroes. He has the namesake, and we've seen him in action. He's able to bring his team together. He's able to calculate strategies, and even though sometimes he flubs and stuff like that, he isn't truly quite there yet. He isn't to the kingly status that he needs to be at the moment for him to rally the people of Remnant into one army, one force. But that's what I think Jaune's semblance may indeed be. Power of the voice, power to unite, power to lead. But hey, those are just my thoughts. And the real important question now is, what do you guys think? Hey everybody, thanks for watching the video. I hope that this video made you guys think a little bit more on what you believe Jaune's semblance might be. And hey, if you want to check out some other videos that I've done, there's going to be links down in the description taking you there. There's also going to be links taking you to my social media pages, Team Theory on Facebook, me on Twitter, and of course my Patreon account. And big thanks to all my Patreon sponsors. You guys are awesome. Thanks for sticking with me. And I'll see you guys next time I'm out there in YouTube land. Be a good person, tip your waitresses, keep moving forward, and I'll see you next time.